Good morning, class 6. In the previous class, we have talked about a different kind of school where the writer Lucas had gone to Miss Beam's school and he saw that there was a girl of around 12 years who was having her eyes bandaged or covered, and she was being helped by a young boy who was about 8 years old. And then he went to the school because he has heard a lot about it, so he wanted to see that school. When he went inside, he spoke to Miss Beam, who appeared to be very friendly as well as strict because she was the principal of the school, so she had to deal with this all type of people. And but then her appearance made the writer feel that children who will see her will not feel homesick. She asked him to look after outside the window and see what he can see. So he told her that he could see that there are children who are playing, some are playing, they are enjoying themselves, obviously, like you all love to play, so they also loved playing. And but then he said that I can see that there are few children who are having her eyes covered, like he has seen in the morning. Then he said that he could see a girl with a crutch. That means she was lame, she was not able to walk. So he was feeling depressed for them. So seeing his expression, Miss Beam started laughing, and he was surprised because he was not expecting her to laugh. Then she told him that these children are being trained so that they can be a good citizen when they grow up. So they are not blind, they are not lame, there is nobody who is deaf, but or even in fact nobody who is dumb. Where they are just getting one day they have to enact like this so that they can understand the problems of the people and they can be a good citizen when they grow up. Now let's continue with the chapter. There is no misery about it, Miss Beam continued. Everyone is very kind, and it is really something of a game. Before the day is over, though, even the most thoughtless child realizes what misfortune is. So here she said that there is no difficulty or a problem as such. It's just that by the day ends, the child realizes the problems they might be facing, and even the thoughtless child will have some thoughts, some sympathy, they will be able to empathize, they will understand the problems of these children, they will understand what misfortune is. The blind day is, of course, really the worst, but some of the children tell me that the dumb day is the most difficult. So according to Miss Beam, she felt that the blind day is very difficult, but then some children have told her that the dumb day is the most difficult. Why it is difficult? Because we cannot bandage the children's mouth, so they really have to exercise their willpower. They have to control themselves that they should not speak anything because it was their dumb day. So come into the garden and see for yourself how the children feel about it. So she invited him to come to the garden and see the children, and then you will come to know how they feel about it. Miss Beam led me to one of the bandaged girl. Here is a gentleman come to talk to you, said Miss Beam, and left us. So Miss Beam took him to a girl who has bandaged her eyes, and she told her that he wants to speak to her, and then she left. So don't you ever peep? I asked the girl. Oh no, she exclaimed. That would be cheating. But I had no idea it was so awful to be blind. You can't see a thing. You feel you are going to be hit by something every moment. It's such a relief just to sit down. So the writer was inquisitive and he asked the girl that don't you peep sometime if you get a chance. So the girl exclaimed that no, that would be cheating. But then she told her experience that she had never imagined that it would be so bad to be blind. It's awful because you cannot see anything, and every moment you have the fear that you can be hit by something or the other. and the only thing is that when you sit somewhere at some place, then only you are relaxed. Are your helpers kind to you? I asked. Fairly, but they are not as careful as I shall be when it is my turn. So he asked her about the helpers, that are they kind. So she said yes they are, but then she said that maybe she would have been more kind when it is her turn to be a helper. Those that have been blind already are the best helpers. It's perfectly ghastly not to see. I wish you did try. So she said that those who have already acted as a blind person, they are more kind and helpful because they know how it is when you are not able to see. Shall I lead you anywhere? So the girl asked the writer that um, if like she wished that if he could also try to act as a blind person. So the writer asked her that if he could take her anywhere. Oh yes, she said. Let's go for a little walk. Only you must tell me about things. I shall be so glad when today is over. The other bad days can't be half as bad as this. So the girl said that they could go for a walk, and she asked the writer to help her and tell her whatever he could see all around. And she said that she would be glad that when the day is over, and she also confessed that any other bad day will not be as bad as this one. Having a leg tied up and hopping about on a crutch is almost fun, I guess. Having an arm tied up is a bit more troublesome because you can't eat without help and things like that. So she said that walking with a crutch, she said that she feels that it would be fun to walk with a crutch because a child has to hop from one place to another. But having their hands tied up, that is a bit troublesome because for eating also a person will need somebody's help. But being blind is so frightening. My head aches all the time just from worrying that I will get hurt. Where are we now? So she said that, but being blind, that is the most troublesome thing. And she said that her head aches all the time, and she has this worry in her mind all that she might get hurt. Then she asked him that where are they now, like at that moment. So he said that in the playground. We are walking towards the house. Miss Beam is walking up and down the garden with a tall girl. So he said that we are moving towards we are in the playground and we are moving towards the house where Miss Beam is walking down in the garden with a tall girl. What is the girl wearing? My little friend asked. A blue cotton skirt and a pink blouse. I think it is Millie. It's Millie, she said. What color is her hair? Very light, I said. Yes, that's Millie. She is the head girl. So when he said that Miss Beam is talking to a tall girl, she wanted to know how the girl appeared, and the writer told her that she's a tall girl with light hair, and she's wearing a blue cotton skirt and a pink top, pink blouse. So she said that that girl is Millie and she is the head girl. Okay, there is an old man tying up roses, I said. Yes, that's Peter. He's the gardener. He's hundreds of years old. She said that when he told when the writer told her that there is an old man who is tying up the roses, she said that he's the gardener. His name is Peter. And she was surprised, and she told him that he is about 100 years old. And here comes a girl with curly red hair. She is on crutches. That's Anita, she said. So one girl who was walking towards them with a crutch, she was having her hair was red in color. So she told him that she is Anita. And so we walked on. Gradually I discovered that I was 10 times more thoughtful than I ever thought I could be. I also realized that if I had to describe people and things to someone else, it made them more interesting to me. When I finally had to leave, I told Miss Beam that I was very sorry to go. Ah, she replied, then there is something in my system after all. So, while he was having this conversation, he thought and he realized that now he has become more thoughtful, and he has never imagined that he could be this thoughtful. He even realized that while telling somebody about something, that makes the things appear to be more interesting to oneself also. And he said that he was sorry to go. So Miss Beam was pleased because she felt that that means there is something nice about the system, about the school which he was running. So that's all about this. Do read the chapter. We will discuss it in the next live class. Thereafter, I'll send you the question answers. Take care. Be safe at home. Thank you, class.